Hey there, this is Shivano with Mac Automation Tips. I'm back with another video about Amazing Marvin. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about labels and how I'm using it in my monthly planning. So stick around and check it out. So yeah, in Amazing Marvin, they have what's called the label strategy, which is, using labels with your tasks and projects. And it's pretty similar to almost any advanced task manager to use labels. But let me show you how I'm using them here in Amazing Marvin. So basically, as you know, Amazing Marvin has all these different strategies here, like over 100 of them. And one of these is the labels or tags. People want to call them tags, right? And so you can just kind of go into the label section. If you're familiar with Amazing Marvin, you'll know how to do that, and just search out for labels right here. So when you go into labels, you can have, ungrouped labels, cancel, reward, soon, edit, minutes, time, whatever. I rarely even use these anymore. I created them a long time ago. But you also can have what's called label groups. And you see I have different labels for, like, say, things that are in progress, for blog task and video tasks. And again, I use these, but not a lot, because I already kind of know these steps pretty much. And so, but one that I really have started creating was one I'm calling it task types. And basically what task types is I want to label the type of task it is based upon, how much work is it going to be involved in it? What's going to be the complexity of the work? So I have one label for no prep. That means I can just do the task. It's an important task, but it's really no prep involved. I just need to get it done. I've done it before. I don't do any research, something like that. Another one might be some low prep. It involves some prep, but it's kind of low prep there. Nothing, again, I don't have to research anything. I don't have to, set up too much. Just a little bit of prep to get it done, and I'll finish with that. So now the high prep is the ones that are the most difficult and most challenging, because they do require some prep, some research. When I have those as part of a plan or part of a project, I know that I'm probably not going to get it done in one setting. So that's important. That's the reason why I kind of put it in red, right? And then sometimes I might label a task a part of a project task. Same thing with, this is kind of similar to high prep, but sometimes if it's labeled a project task, that means that it's a part of a project. And I'm going to tell you why I kind of separate that out in a minute when I show you. And then there's another one that is in progress. Again, that is a task that I've started, but it's going to take more than one setting to do, and I want to make sure that I'm going to come back to it and finish it up, right? And then there's one called learning task, which is similar to the high prep, but this right here is really where I have to do some learning in order to really get to some other stage or some other level. And that's again, that's one that's going to take some time. And then here we have a habit task, which is one that's sort of like the no prep, but it's just something I do on a regular basis. And I really don't assign this too much. These are not assigned too much to recurring tasks, because all my recurring tasks are pretty much no prep. But anyway, any kind of task that I might create that's not recurring, but it's part of a kind of a habit, like, for example, reading every day. Like if I read, I'll try to read like 15, 20 minutes or 30 minutes a day, right? That's just a habit task. I pretty much got that down. And then another one is kind of unplanned tasks. And I don't talk about why I have unplanned tasks, because I use these labels inside of my monthly planner. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I do that in a minute. So basically you can create these you can add a group here, and then you can add your labels there. And when you add your labels, you can do it like you can check off either three ways to use it. You can do it like it's an action label, it's a hidden label, or it's an archive label, right? So you have that choice to do that, right? And then let's go here and let's see. So basically, you can set them up as that way, and then when you go up here to the top, you have another three settings you can use. It's called basic label group, which that means that what does that mean? Let me see, I forget. It's neither exclusive nor sequential. So what that means is in the exclusive label group, that means only one of these labels can belong to a task or a project. So you can only do one, and that's just what I chose because I only want to have one of those. And then sequential here is if sequential, then the task can have no more than one label of this group. Additionally, each label is automatically an action label, and doing one of the action causes the next label to be added to the task. So that's the reason why you go down these individual ones. You can label as action or hidden or archived. I'm not hiding or any of these or none of these are actions. They're just in part of the group here. That's it. And so then you can also sort them by title or by usage, that kind of thing. You can do that. All right, so that's how you kind of create this. And in the Marvin help guide, which is I always recommend that you check that, they will explain more about how to create these group tasks, right? So now let's go into how I use these. Right, because it's already enabled. So let me go out of here. So basically, I have what's called my monthly planner or planning ahead. And right now, as you can see that I'm in my demo version. So you don't see all my tasks in here. But this is the end of the month, so I'm really down to about 1 or 2 tasks for the month. I had a really good month. I'm down. I need to finish up one more book that I need to read, and you can check that off. But basically, what you'll see here, you notice that I put this as a habit task right here, habit task, and put this is right here is hire a proofreader for my journal book. I'm creating a book, I'm writing a book, I need a proofreader there. So that's a low prep to me because I know kind of what I'm looking for. I kind of looked at it before. I just need to get it done, right? So so most of these are habit tasks or low prep. You don't see my high prep tasks on here, but I do have those, but I try to limit my high prep tasks in this to about no more than 2 or 3. And that means because I know that it's going to take time to get those things done. And I don't put them here I don't put a task here unless I try to get it done. My goal in the monthly planner is to get all those planned tasks completed. So I've had another video about how to use the monthly planner. When you add tasks here, you can add them from your master list and your smart list. So for example, I have my most important projects. Again, you're not seeing all of them, but here's one of them, book editing tasks or what have you. I don't add the entire project in my monthly planner anymore, unless I know that I'm going to get the entire project done that month, or I'm going to get it done probably in a couple of days. If it's going to take more than a month, I typically just add individual tasks that I want to get done in that month to kind of help me move toward finishing that project. And there's also a thing here called scheduled work sessions. Again, you can add these as well, and they're kind of like alias of the project, and they don't have any specific tasks in it, but it's saying that, hey, I want to get some work on the project, but I don't know exactly what it is, so you can do an alias there. Anyway, I just want to point that out to you. So basically here, you can see that another one is no prep. Let me move this out the way for a second. No prep means, I'm ordering my Tella meals. I have one more to order because I really don't want to use the service that much more anyway. But I have one more to go order to fulfill my little kind of contract with them. And then set up junk pickup, etc. So in this one, for example, I have not assigned a label to this one. This one I will so basically what happens is in these action buttons right here, this right here is the task types. That's that task group. This is the icon for it. So you click on that, and then I can choose which ones I want to do here, right? And really, to be honest, it's no prep really. All I got to do is make a phone call and I can get it done. So you see that most of these no prep and low prep, I'm going to get those done probably in the first week of April, or for the most part, right? The habit task might take, a couple of weeks or what have you, but I put them in there anyway. And then I'm not going to have, if you were to see, if I were to reveal and go out of my demo, you would probably see about 2 high prep tasks that are in here. So, and that means that I really want to get them done, but it's going to take some time, right? So this is what I do with the monthly plan, and this is the reason why I use these. And it makes it easier for me to basically it makes it easier for me to decide how many tasks that I'm putting into my monthly planner. Because I've used the monthly planner several times, and sometimes at the end of the month I have way too much, and I'm kind of guessing about like what can I get done and how much time I need it. So these particular labels, what they do is they help me to kind of determine that I do not want to have too many learning tasks or high prep tasks, and I don't want to have even a lot of low prep tasks either. I mean, I want to have some there, but I don't want to have a whole bunch, because these tasks that I put into my monthly planner are the ones that I am really trying to get done that month. And they also my monthly planner does not include, it does not include my, the meetings I have to attend, a lot of times work that I have to do with clients that I did not plan at the beginning of the month. It does not include, just any kind of like minor kind of work that I do from week to week. And so, but they're just the most important things, right? And even looking at this, I can see that this is a lot, including my high prep tasks. I can see this is a lot for me, right? And so, but this is my strategy for really using Amazing Marvin, and it helps me to get work done because I know that I can put tasks and projects in my monthly plan, and then I can go in and go here, and then I can call this up on my weekly schedule, and I can go in and I can take those and pull up my this month things here, all my little tasks for this month, which this is March. So next month you'll see all those tasks we just saw, right? All I got to do is just take these and assign them, schedule them when I'm ready to do them. So in the monthly planner, you're just planning to do it, but in the scheduler, you're scheduling to actually get it done, right? And so that's how I am getting I'm getting work done with Amazing Marvin, and I've been doing Amazing Marvin for about 2 years now. I do some coaching around it. I can help people to get set up and learn how to use this thing. But it has a lot of features in it, a lot of strategies. But to me, it has been the game changer for just staying on top of tasks and projects, and that's the reason why I use it. So definitely, if you are not familiar with with these kind of, with the task types, I'm calling that a strategy that I created for my Amazing Marvin task types, right? I think it's something that might be useful to be a default inside of Amazing Marvin. But if you're not familiar with it, definitely check it out. Check out the documentation, and let me know what you think about this. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you see any kind of problems that I might run into? I've been using it for the last 2 weeks, I think, and so I'm going to see how it goes. I think it's going to work. I think I'm going to stick to it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got something out of it. If this is your first time to my channel, definitely please follow. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and also some comments. I really appreciate your time. Take care.